What's going on? We're talking more Raiders with Dan the Man. There is a lot. There's a lot going on today that's been happening. I kind of waited till the end of the day because I was busy, but I also wanted to see what moves were being made of what's going to happen of tomorrow's game. Who's going to start? Who's not going to start? A lot of crazy things. I will be attending the Raiders versus Chargers game at Sofi. I will be there. I'll be making a video, recording my time there. This is probably the third time this year, in 3 years in a row that I've been. Sofi, it's a Raider crowd. It's all Raiders, just like how Allegiant Stadium seems to be getting a lot of the opposite teams. This is the same that goes for the Chargers. It seems like it's all black and silver. And I can't wait to be among my Raider fans, but I will be honest with you, I'm not excited for the game itself because I think the Chargers, before in the past, I would say the Chargers were, that we would go one-on-one, right? We would win one game, they would win one game, we would split it. I was confident that at least that would happen every year. This year's a little bit different. This year's the defense looks horrible, the offense isn't going. The Chargers look like a better team. The Chargers defense looks horrible too, but the offense really looks explosive. Justin Herbert not being injured like last year. Let's be real. He was very injured last year. I like this kid. I think this kid's a great quarterback. I think Chargers were smart to get this guy and extend him. I think Herbert is a baller. So I would love to have Justin Herbert as a Raider, but of course he went to our rivals, which absolutely sucks. And we had Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy is ruled out for the game. I think that's really cool in the aspect that I will be there and we'll see what this offense looks like without Jimmy, because eventually that's going to happen. The problem is who is going to start at quarterback. At the time of this recording Saturday night, we still don't know. It's up in the air. A lot of people are speculating that Aiden O'Connell is going to start. All of us want to see this kid and what he could do. But then you have Brian Hoyer, who is technically the backup to Jimmy Garoppolo. And knowing Josh McDaniels and how much of an idiot he is, he'll probably start Brian Hoyer because he's the vet quarterback. He probably trusted Brian Hoyer more than Aiden O'Connell. But I want to see O'Connell just like everybody else. But the problem is, if O'Connell has a bad game, I already feel that Raider Nation is going to shit on him. But you got to understand, it doesn't matter who is behind the center, is because the Raiders team is not good. They're not doing the play calling is very cookie cutter. People know the defense knows what's going to go on with the Raiders. The offensive line has not been good, but the good thing is that because Jimmy couldn't throw long, you're going to have maybe not the box filled up as much, and you might have some running lanes for Josh Jacobs. You're going to kind of see more. I think there's going to be a lot more tight end play just because it's going to be safer check downs. You're going to see maybe more of Michael Mayer and what he could do. A very talented tight end. He hasn't really done that much this season. I think he did get a 2-point conversion. That was like the highlight. But I think we'll see more of him. We'll see Austin Hooper probably. Austin Hooper is a great vet as well. So I can't wait to see whoever's behind the center. I'm hoping it's O'Connell like everybody else. And he's going to see what he could do with weapons like a Devontae Adams, a Jacoby Myers. But you also have Hunter Renfrow. And Hunter Renfrow might benefit from this game so much. But I'm not going to keep my hopes up. I got to know who's going to be behind the center, because I will say this. If it's Brian Hoyer that's behind the center, I'm going to get drunk. I'm going to get blasted because it's not going to be very fun for me watching the Chargers really outscore the Raiders by that much. But if it's O'Connell, at least we have some optimistic hope that we could actually do something against the Chargers defense. My only thing is that the Chargers offense is that good. You have Keenan Allen, which we have no Nate Hobbs tomorrow. Nate Hobbs is such a key element to the Raiders, at least the good part of the Raiders defense. So not having him there is such a huge blow. And there was a point where, Matt Max is not healthy. He is injured. He will be playing because he's a dog like that. But that is a huge blow to know that Max Crosby's not 100%. And Nate Hobbs is gone. The only thing that's really looking good for the Raiders is that Austin Eckler is out. Derwin Jackson or James, whatever his name, is out. Bosa is out. So that is really key elements for the Raiders to at least capitalize on a lot of these players that are out. And yes, Jimmy is out, Nate Hobbs is out, but there is still a slight hope that we could win if the defense really, really steps up, if we have a good game plan and we execute. I'm not going to really like tell you 1,000 things of what we need to do to win. Here's one: pressure on Justin Herbert. 2, defense needs to be absolutely disciplined, no penalties. They need to be able to know where their assignment is, and they need to stop Keenan Allen as well. Also, Everett, the tight end, because we still have a problem with the tight ends. Number 3, who, if it's O'Connell, he needs to be not rattled. If he does make a mistake, that he is a rookie, he will make mistakes. He just can't be rattled. He has to be poised. And if he is a Favre-like guy, he needs to just sling it long. I would rather have him try his best, do what he can to try to score as many points and make mistakes than him not do nothing and play it safe. We need quarterbacks that are the wild card. We need that fire, that passion. Brian Hoyer, the same thing. He needs to throw. He needs to not be cookie cutter. But if he's in there, I think we all can agree it's going to be a long day. The other thing is tight ends need to be more involved, and Josh McDaniels needs to get these guys prepared and hopefully has a great scheme. That's it. That's all the keys to winning the Chargers. It's a very simple matchup with the Chargers every year. I don't care if the Chargers have an amazing offense. Yes, that's a real threat. Yes, we will lose the game, but it just seems like the Raiders and Chargers, they're always like us competing at the level of a lot of our opponents, even the lower level. I feel like the Chargers do the same thing when they play the Raiders. They're a beatable team when it comes to us. We can still beat them. It's just a much more bigger iceberg than usual. So we'll see how that goes. Another thing in the news, huge thing, is that Chandler Jones we released. I'm not going to get into the contract details, but there is a chance where we won't have to owe him all that money, just like the Antonio Brown situation. I will say this about Chandler Jones. It was a big disappointment when his first year he has kind of gone AWOL, kind of really bonkers. He led to his arrest. What was it, today or yesterday? And now he's being released by the Raiders, having a lot of things, posting a lot of stuff, saying a lot of crazy stuff. So basically, I'm just going to nip this in bud. What I'm going to say is that for some reason, since the Raiders moved to Vegas, there's been a lot of crazy shit, a lot of dramatic stuff. And sure, every NFL team usually has drama in their locker room, but this has been escalating every single year for the Raiders. It's really, really frustrating. But you got to wish for Chandler Jones to be, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he doesn't do anything he's going to regret. As a human being, he's a human being. The game of football is that, a game. It's football. You have people fighting other fans, fan on fan, and people dying, people losing their loved ones for a fucking game. It's a game, guys. I love the Raiders with the passion. It frustrates the shit out of me when they suck. It frustrates me as a fan knowing I'm paying to watch them lose like I might do tomorrow. But overall, these are players. And yes, they get paid the big bucks, but they're putting their body on the line. They're putting their brain on the line. And I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on what's wrong with Chandler Jones. You can kind of look at his family with John Jones and stuff, but it's a human being. It's a game. You gotta focus on the human more than the aspect of him being a player. And it is what it is. He came, it didn't work out. You just gotta hope that he gets better, man, because this is kind of crazy shit that he's doing right now. It's same with Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs was an amazing player when he was coming out to be one of those superstars for the Raiders. He did really something that changed his whole life. And it's not even about the game. It's about who died in that fire. It's about the whole incident that happened. Sometimes you just got to look at that humanity. You got to look at the stupidest thing you could do that night, and you did it. And now your life, and you ruined not only your life, but you ruined a loved one, a family member, a daughter, dog, the family. Like, you ruined somebody. You're forever entwined with tragedy, and that's what it is. It's tragedy. And Chandler Jones' situation, it's tragedy. It's tragical. There we go. I'm being can't say shit. But overall, it's a crazy situation, man. And Chandler Jones, wish the best. He's gone. Move on now. Hopefully he gets the help he needs. As for the Raider game tomorrow, we'll see, man. We're just going to have to flip the coin and hope that the Raiders come to play. And I hope that we get a win while I'm there, because I'm sick and tired of going to these games and we're losing to a team that we can beat. I will say Chargers are a better offense, like I said, but defense, we could score if whoever's playing at quarterback really just slings it, man. You got the weapons. Let's see how it goes. But thank you guys for listening. I just wanted to make a quick little video to my thoughts on today's news. A lot of crazy shit happening with the Raiders when it comes to releasing Chandler Jones. Also, Nate Hobbs being out. I did not expect Nate Hobbs to be out. That's a big blow. I think that's a bigger blow than Jimmy Garoppolo not being in. And yes, Jimmy is playing like shit. But, you know, it's Jimmy Garoppolo. We paid this money. We got him over. This is our starting quarterback, and he's not playing. He's already kind of unhealthy. I will say that, you know, the concussion protocols are, it is what it is. You know, I had Luke Musgrave for fantasy, and he was out right away. And then Jordan Love started throwing the tight ends, the secondary tight ends. So it just happens. It's the game. Like, this is the new rules. So even though maybe Jimmy's fine, you just can't really take a chance from these guys. That's where the humanity aspect comes to it. So I don't really kind of fault the NFL putting that concussion protocol in place, because a lot of shit happens, man. But thank you guys. Be sure to check out my videos when I'm there. I will post a lot of cool videos while I'm at Sofi, drinking, partying with the Raider fans. So I can't wait. Thank you guys. Until we talk more Raiders. I'm Dan the mcdaniels, son. See you guys later.